On March the 17th, I stood before you and said that work for our employees and learning for our students will continue. Our students are not done learning for this school year. The focus of my final briefing today is about student and staff learning. Before I get into this key item, I want to share an update on our work to feed Wichita's children. Our nutrition services heroes have served more than 66,000 meals since March the 25th. We continue to adjust safety practices to assure the safest possible serving environment for our employees and our families receiving meals. And that is why we have had to make a significant change for next week. Starting Monday, April the 6th, we will have in-person meal pickup 2 days a week, Monday and Wednesday. But don't worry, we're not reducing the number of meals we're providing. On Monday, April the 6th, we will distribute 2 breakfast and 2 lunch meals. And on Wednesday, April the 8th, we will distribute 3 breakfast and 3 lunch meals. As long as food and labor force are available, we will continue this twice weekly distribution cycle every Monday and Wednesday. Location and time will remain the same for now, and students must still be present in order for meals to be distributed. Parents can find all of this information on our website. And media, I hope that you will help us remind our community of these Monday and Wednesday distribution dates, times, and location. I mentioned to you Tuesday that starting next week, we will no longer have in-person pickup of continuous learning educational packets for our pre-K through 8th grade students. Instead, we will mail packets out to every student in pre-kindergarten through 8th grade next week for week 2, reaching approximately 35,000 students. For week 3 and beyond, all mailings will be based on whether parents tell us they want to receive packets by mail. Families, you must opt in to receive mailings for the week of April 13th and beyond. We know that many families choose to access these packets online and the resources online, and they can continue to do so at www.usd259.org/WPSLearn. Parents, if you are accessing the materials online, you do not need a printed packet. I am sending information home today to all of our families with the opt-in procedures. We will also have those instructions online, and we will share those via social media. I want to, at this time, call special attention to our high school students. Because of the uniqueness of their learning and coursework to close out the spring, high school parents should know that their students will get instructional and packet guidance from their high school principals and teachers. High school students may still have packet pickup for coursework, which will support online learning that teachers are already engaging their students to do. High school students, your teachers will advise you about whether you need to pick up packets in order to support your class-specific continuous learning. This leads me to the most important part of my comments today. I want to clarify the purpose of our packets and our commitment to continuous learning opportunities. These packets are just the first step, not the only step, to engage students in continuous learning. Packets have allowed our students to re-engage their brains and adjust to what is for some a new way of learning and involves self-direction and self-discipline. We have 7 weeks remaining before our school year officially concludes. In that time, teachers will engage students through a variety of methods, including phone calls, online coaching, class meetings, and review of data from online learning tools such as Lexia, Dreambox, Mathia, and Edgenuity, just to name a few. Teachers will call students and review the continuous learning packet work to check for understanding. We encourage you to reach out to your child's teachers or call our continuous learning hotline when you need support. We have done everything possible to plan for the vast range of student needs in our district, and we have an academic initiative that is focused on providing robust and engaging learning for all students. Today will be my last regularly scheduled media briefing. Our teachers and schools are now well positioned to engage and instruct our students. And our nutrition services team is well positioned to safely serve healthy food to our community's children. That said, when there is news to be shared, we will be proactive in reaching out to you as we have done in the past. Wichita Public Schools is essential to our community, and I have every confidence that we will get through this difficult time together by working together and showing grace to one another. Before I take your questions, I want to remind everyone who hears my message that the 2020 census is very important to public education, and I encourage you to respond to the census survey. Parents will receive flyers in our mail, home packets, and we will have more information about the census on our website. Now I stand available for questions.
This whole continuous learning thing, I mean, you guys have really put this all together in just a matter of weeks. Are you pleased with how things have kind of materialized over time?
Yes. The question was about how I feel about the continuous learning plan, and am I pleased? And the answer is yes. We have had just a couple of weeks really a week and a half to get ourselves prepared for our continuous learning, and we did roll this out in phases so that it would be able to transition our teachers, get them the training that they need, transition our students, kind of getting their minds back from spring break and giving them the packets for the first week, and then contacting parents and making sure that they were back connected with their teachers and their principals and their schools. And so now we are ready to continue to move. Now, I will say that this does not mean that if something happens or something we learn about technology happens and we have to pivot. So we are, again, asking for grace, because as we learn about how this will work, we will make adjustments as we need, and we will communicate all of that and be proactive, as we always have, through all the means of communication that we can with our families and with our teachers and students.
What is kind of your message to parents over the next 7 weeks as they navigate helping their child continue learning?
Again, they should have grace and patience because it is a difficult, I have a student as well at home, and it is difficult to manage work and students. So be patient, take your time, don't get frustrated. Know that there is a hotline for students if you need to have them talk to someone, and there is a hotline also that parents can call also to be able to kind of just get information or just to vent or whatever it is that they need to do to get themselves back on track to support. We are in this together. And so again, as a WPS family, we are here for our families and our students. So just know that parents, you are not alone. We are in this with you, and just reach out and we will help.
Has it been utilized, or I mean, has it been flooded with calls? Or
Absolutely, it has been flooded with calls. Absolutely, but we have now managed to be able to find a good balance of staff members to man those stations and to be able to be readily available for our families.
Is there any talk of stretching the hours out for the hotline to be available to parents if it
So far, we've not had those requests. They've been able to manage them within the time that they've been open. So as we continue to hear feedback from our families, we will adjust anything that they ask us to. But for now, we see that those are the times that they are available or what parents need.
And speaking of feedback, have you gotten feedback from teachers, students, parents about continuous learning so far, what they like, what they don't like?
Yes, and people are actually now that they've connected back with their schools and with their teachers, that's exactly where we're getting our information from. So the first line of defense for those families really is their school and their teachers, because that's who they are most comfortable with. But outside that, we do still have that hotline for larger, bigger questions. But those questions about their kid and their learning and those things, those should all go straight to those teachers and to those schools, because that's where the information lies. All right. Thank you very much for coming. And we won't see you here again live, however, but we will continue to communicate and be as open and transparent as we can with the process. All right. Thank you.